Hi guys, welcome to the Fourth Moment Weekly Roundup, and this is where you get your weekly dose of local football action. And coming to you today from the Pequeno facility, not in the shop, but a bit cooler here where we are at the moment than where we're supposed to be.
Thank goodness, Shamiel. It's a bit cooler in here, so yeah. It was hot on the field this weekend, Shamiel. I mean, Saturday we were in Ocean View. It was very, very hot.
Yeah.
And I'm sure all the guys at all the fields on Saturday were hot, and Sunday. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
When did it rain? Monday, Tuesday. It rained.
It rained Monday evening. Yeah, we were playing a friendly on Monday evening. It was raining. Yeah.
That was very welcome.
Very welcome.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I think we got a sort of a longish show today.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of fixtures. We've got fixtures on the ABC Motsepe. Andrew and myself were at one of the games also, so we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
And then also we also want to touch on a bit about things that's happening out in social media, and we're going to sort of add that to the show today. So yeah, can we go?
We can go, Shamiel.
Right, we're going to start with the ABC Motsepe A today.
Yeah.
So looking at the results played here over the weekend, so we've got a Nova Park 2, Royal Blues. No, that's the wrong game.
Yes, that is the right game. Yeah, Royal Blues defaulted, Shamiel. They arrived late.
Why did I think it was last week?
No,
because it feels like a week more than a week ago.
Such a long week. January was so long, Shamiel. January was so long.
Well, now we're in February.
Yeah.
What a year.
Felt like it was 3 months, Shamiel. No, Royal Blues defaulted.
Yeah.
They arrived late, so Hanover Park got a 2-0 win. So well done to Hanover Park. Unlucky Royal Blues, long travel, shame.
Yeah.
And now they had to go all the way back. Yeah.
And how's Junction Rovers? They doing well, no? Another win at home, 3-2.
Shamiel, Heideveld, Graveyard.
Yeah.
They lost their first 2 games, if you remember. They lost to Ikapa, they lost to FN Rangers. Junction are doing very, very well in their first year. And I'm almost certain, based on what I've seen on the log and everything, 3 more points I reckon they're safe for the season.
Okay, so that was against Okanya.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Okanya not doing that well at the moment.
No, they've got Daniel. They won their first game against
they were doing well
Bafana, and now they've lost all their games subsequent. Yeah.
Ikapa Sporting winning 2-1 at Young Bafana, against Young Bafana at the NY 116 in Guguletu. That's a good win there for Ikapa.
Yeah, listen, Ikapa have only had 1 loss. They lost to FN Rangers away, 1-0, and the rest of the games they've won. So yeah, good start to the season for Ikapa. And if you look at the fixtures the next couple of weeks, it could easily pick up 3 points every week.
Yeah, and then obviously the game of the weekend on that stream, Ubuntu versus FN Rangers, and Ubuntu losing narrowly apparently.
Yeah, I was there. It was hot. It was hot. Listen, Ubuntu took the lead early, 1-0 up. They were knocking the first half. FN, I thought, didn't hit their stride first half, Shamiel. I thought the changes that they made at halftime and early in the second half helped them.
Okay.
Brought a bit more impetus up front. And they scored right at the end for the winner. They equalized with about 20 minutes to go. But FN were coming. I think Ubuntu, they lost half an hour. I think the experience of FN took control and the physicality. And I thought at the end of the day, if I had to look at it, I thought that FN just picked it.
Yeah, I was listening to I think it was on an interview of Coach Sachi. They also saying the same thing. First off, they were obviously not there, but second off, the boys came out and did the job.
They did their job. And that's the thing about FN Rangers, Shamiel. They find a way, man. I think the experience helps them find a way.
Yeah. And it's nice as a coach to have that available in your arsenal where you can change things to get what you want, get the result.
Yeah, like Arsenal, he has the squad that can do it.
No, man.
I'm not an Arsenal fan, by the way. But listen, he's got, and I think the nice thing about Coach Sachi is he's got such a varied squad insofar as he doesn't have a lot. He's not heavy up front or heavy at the back. He's got a squad that can play, and guys that can play multiple positions. Yeah. So he knows when he calls his bench out, it's going to be as good as quality as what's on the field, and sometimes even better.
Okay, so looking at the log there in Stream A, FN Rangers top of the log, obviously 5 out of 5 for them at the moment.
Yeah,
I think they're the only unbeaten side in that stream.
In that stream, yes.
Yeah. Ikapa Sporting second with 12 points, 3 points behind, them only losing 1 match.
Yeah.
And then Junction Rovers in third spot.
Yeah.
Played 6 matches, 10 points, and Hanover Park in fourth, finishing the top 4 there in that stream.
Yeah, and I think Santos had a bye, and if Santos basically 1 game less than FN Rangers. If they win that, then they're only 3 points behind FN Rangers. So it's not cut and dried yet.
Yeah.
I think FN Rangers over the next couple of weeks got a couple of tough ones coming up.
I think we know with this 2 streams in the ABC, it's like you're gonna wait till the end really to see what's.
Yeah, I think after the first round you get an idea of what's happening, but it's going to go down to the last games again.
Yeah. So looking at Stream B now. So at Stream B there we have matches played last week. Cape Town Spurs and Oriented Birds. 6 goals in that game, 3-all draw.
big game on Friday night. Those who were there was treated to a lot of goals. I think the important thing for Cape Town Spurs is Shamiel. They've had a patchy start to the season. They pick up a win, then they lose, and then they draw. So they haven't been consistent. Oriented Birds coming from Plettenberg Bay.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, very good.
Good point.
Then Grassy Park and Marties. Maybe we should just leave that game for last because we were there that game.
Yeah.
Looking at the other results, the Battalions and Claywood JPM. But Claywood obviously winning their 3-0. Good win for them.
Good win. Battalions need to start picking up points.
Yeah. And then Zizwe and City Kings, 0-0 draw. That's a good point for both sides.
I think for both, really.
Yeah.
I think both of them have not had a great start to the season. I think Zizwe are basically rebuilding.
Yeah.
City Kings needed points. And I think
they weren't doing well at all.
So Grassy Park and Marties, they're towards the top end, but I think City Kings, Zizwe, Battalions, and Oriented Birds are the ones that are fighting to avoid the relegation.
Talking about Grassy Park and Marties, we were at the game on Friday night at William Herbert. What a fantastic crowd, nice sort of atmosphere.
Yeah,
obviously perfect evening, summer's evening, a Friday night, summer's evening.
It was.
Football under lights on a Friday night, there's always something about it.
Yeah, and especially at William Herbert.
Yeah.
I think William Herbert, it's, I won't say there's a lot of nostalgia. Well, there is. You walk into William Herbert, it's got a lot of history, the great players that have played there. And I think, just coming in there on Friday night, there was a buzz, man.
Yeah,
there was like an excitement. There were a lot of people. And in the car park there on the B field is also full that, there's a lot of people.
Lots happening there, yeah. Okay, so obviously let's talk about the game. So yeah, Grassy Park versus Marties. Marties getting a goal in the first half.
Early.
Early, and I think well worked. I think the end of the move didn't get the goal. It was what happened after that.
Yes.
Which was good to see. And also the quick sort of movement up front there by the Marties players, great. I think, just my opinion, sorry, I'm giving the synopsis of the game.
That's cool.
So I think after they scored that goal, it was all about managing.
Yeah, I think Marties came, do the old smash and grab, score the goal, and then they managed it. I mean, they kept Grassy Park at a distance from then on. Listen, Grassy Park had chances. They had chances to win the game, or to at least draw, or if not win the game.
Well, they created opportunities, definitely.
And if you look at it and you take a step back, I think at the end of the day, Grassy Park's chances weren't as clear cut. At the time during the game, you think, the guy's through, but were they really clear cut? I think Marties, managed. Their keeper had a good game. The Marties keeper played well.
Yeah.
And I think I still had the impression, Shamiel, that Marties could have gone up another gear if they wanted to.
Yeah, and like I told you also, we were sitting there, it felt like if Grassy Park was going to score, Marties would just score another one. That's sort of how
was the
feeling of the game. But nevertheless, good.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, definitely.
It was entertaining.
Up and down, the good work there by obviously Coach Razan there now. And we unfortunately couldn't speak to him after the match. So we spoke to Coach Shakes, who's back there now as assistant. And then we also spoke to Coach Des Crowe.
Yeah.
And you can watch that interview, so those interviews on our Facebook page or YouTube channels if you want to hear what they had to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking at the log there in Stream B, so Claywood top of the log there after their victory over the weekend.
Yeah.
Remember they played one more match than the guys in second and third spot. So they 13 points there, 5 matches played. Marties second place, 4 matches played, 12 points. And Hout Bay third place, 4 matches played, 8 points. And if you want to check out the rest of the log, go to www.thefourthmoment.co.za.
Yeah, I think Shamiel, I think we're starting to that log is starting to go in a way where it's looking like it's a 2-horse race. I think between Claywood and Marties for that.
You think so? What about Hout Bay?
I think Hout Bay's got a very young squad.
Only 4 matches played.
Yeah, I mean they're already 5 points. They're already 4 points. If you look at their 4 points behind Marties with the same number of games already.
Okay.
And I don't know. I still think it's going to end up being between Claywood and Marties. That's true.
We still got transfer window open.
Yeah, transfer window still open. I think it all depends, but I think those two teams, have the strength in depth and the experienced players. I think that's the other thing we've got to look at when it comes to the end. I think the experience will count.
Yeah. Okay, that's sort of the ABC Motsepe done and dusted.
Yeah, I think the fixtures this weekend are pretty exciting, Shamiel, in the ABC.
Yeah,
I think we got Friday Night Lights again at William Herbert.
Thanks for reminding me.
So that will be great, but let's look at Stream A first.
Let's look at the matches coming up. We've got FN Rangers playing against, no we don't, we've got Santos and Junction Rovers playing this week on Saturday. Young Bafana versus Hanover Park.
Ooh, tough one. I think I want to just touch on that Santos Junction game. I think that's going to be a nice game to watch.
Yeah.
I think both teams are, Junction are on a run. They're scoring goals, and they concede too, but they're still winning.
Yeah.
And I think Santos is the kind of team they got hit back. They lost a disappointing game against FN, I thought, and I think they're going to push back this weekend at home.
They're going to need a result.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got Young Bafana and Overpark, as we said, Okanya against FN Rangers.
Oh, I think FN Rangers will win that one, Shamiel.
And then Ikapa against Ubuntu. That's going to be a tough one.
That'll be a nice one. I think Nyanga Stadium. It's going to be very interesting Friday night there. I think Experience of Ikapa might do it, but don't write off Ubuntu.
Cool. And then on Stream B, we've got, like we said earlier on, again, Friday night at William Herbert, Grassy Park versus Battalions.
Nice game. I think Battalions need points, desperately. Grassy Park want to come back after their loss last week. Yeah. Nice game.
Also, we've got the coach of Battalions, who's a former Grassy Park United coach.
Theo Emper.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who took them, did well with them when he was there. And then Claywood versus City Kings.
Oh, nice one. I think Claywood.
Although City Kings be getting results now this year?
Yeah, I just think Claywood are now hitting their strap, Shamiel. I think Coach Dylan's got them now.
Yeah. Martis against Zizwe. That's
a tough one.
Yeah. I think after what we saw, okay, I haven't watched Zizwe play yet, so.
Yeah. Martis at home.
Yeah.
I think.
They got fighting power.
They got lots of firepower. It's hot, and it's hot there. It's
hot. And then we've got Hope Bay against Cape Town Spurs. Yeah, Cape Town Spurs.
Both teams need to pick up points. I think it's going to be nice.
They've done the sensible thing there. That match is at 4 o'clock on Saturday in Hope Bay. So it's not in the heat.
Not in the heat. I still think Hope Bay at home, Shamiel. Yeah. I think they will do well there.
Okay. Right, so let's jump onto the third division.
Yes.
I think before we get to the third division, we're going to take a quick break and get back to you now. Okay, welcome back. And as we said, we're going to jump into the third division results. So yeah, obviously not a double-header weekend this weekend, which was good. Just having a look at the results here. So where did we start, Andrew, on Friday?
Yeah, Friday the 26th. Yeah, it was very nice Friday in the evening because we were at William Herbert. Yeah. And there were a couple of games on Friday night, which we'll go through now. Right,
Ocean View versus Cape Town City. City coming away there with a 3-1 win.
Yeah, I think we always thought Cape Town City was going to be too strong for Ocean View.
Yeah. Premier against Woodlands, didn't expect the 5-0.
Problems at Woodlands, Shamiel. They've had quite a number of defeats in the last 3 or 4 game weeks.
Okay.
They need to pick up points badly. They're spiraling down. When we always talk about the teams that come up the log with a couple of wins, if you lose 3 or 4, you end up down there in the relegation zone. They're getting very tight there. Premier hitting form, 5-0 wins.
Seaside Spurs and Vasco da Gama. This was 1 o'clock on Saturday.
Now we still had the Silver Spurs Trinitarians game, Shamiel. That was an interesting game. Silver Spurs went 2-0 up. They were going strong.
Why don't you talk about the Seaside Vasco game?
We'll get there. And then they came back.
You're changing the order here.
Yeah, Trinis came back. We're talking Friday Night Lights.
Okay.
Trinis came back. And, Silver Spurs at home, I've always said Silver Spurs at home, tough to beat. That 2-1 win was a very good result for them.
Definitely. They're obviously used to the conditions there.
Yeah.
And everybody else isn't.
No.
So well played, Silver Spurs.
Correct. That's what you should do at home.
There we go. Seaside Spurs versus Vasco.
Yeah, hot. 1 o'clock.
The weather of the game.
I think both. I think it was very hot on Saturday. 1 o'clock kickoff. We were on the bench and we were feeling the heat coming through. And the players, I've got to say, both teams' fitness very, very good. Okay. No players faltered really. I was very impressed with the space of the game. It was end to end. I thought we had a number of very, I can't call it easy, but very clear-cut chances that we should have taken. And I thought the balance of play, we should have edged it. But goals win matches.
Games, yeah.
So 0-0. Listen, away from home, if you had offered me beginning of the season 4 points away at Ocean View against Ocean View and Seaside, we beat Ocean View, we drew a Seaside, I would have taken it.
Yeah. Oh, of course, you've now travelled already. So
I've gone there twice. So I'm at home. They're at home second round at Vasco. Listen, at the end of the day, we picked up a point away. A lot of things for us to work on. We got a tough week coming up, which we'll get to later.
Yeah. Then the other result that match that happened was a 3-0 win for Camps Bay against Greenwood. Now, what happened there was very interesting. Apparently, the referee
substituted themselves.
Yep.
Yeah, listen, I think...
What do you know about it? I also know something about it. What do you know
about it? What I know about it was, I think at that point in time, Camps Bay were 2-0 up. And then the referee, decided to change himself with the fourth official, who's also a qualified ref, so I've got to put that out there. And apparently he couldn't handle the abuse that was coming his way.
Yeah.
And from a set of supporters, I can't verify which set of supporters, but it was from a set of supporters who were not very happy with the red card that he had given and a penalty that he had given against the team. And I think, Shamiel, that we've had a lot of refereeing incidents, man, that are coming around now. And a lot of the teams in the third division, regional third division, every week we're hearing complaints about the referees and the refereeing standards. You know, and we even had a meeting about it, you know, as teams with the HOD of referees. You know, the regional, for the viewers who are not aware, the regional third division pay the same amount. Each team pays the same amount towards the referee as an ABC team does.
Yeah.
And the complaint from the regional third division is that the quality of refereeing in the ABC is better, so why should they be paying the same amount for the same service, if you understand what I'm saying? There aren't enough ABC, can I call them qualified referees, to referee the ABC games and the third division on the weekend. We know that. But we were told by the HOD that there were over 72 referees and assistant referees registered for third division.
Okay.
And the problem is, every week, I mean, I can tell you now, the Saxon Rovers game versus Wanderers, there was also a complaint there about a Saxon Rovers player that was sent off and he actually didn't do what was said he had done to get the red card. And I think every week we're getting complaints, Shamiel. And I think, you know, it's got to the point now where a lot of the third division teams are actually going to do what the HOD said in the meeting, and that was write letters.
Okay.
You know, write letters, you know, so the HOD is also aware of the complaints and why. And I think we need to put it out there that the viewers need to realize it's not just the teams that are losing that are complaining.
It's everybody.
You know, people are going to say, well, you're sour grapes, you lost the game. Well, it's not just that, it's everyone. It's across the board. Even teams, I can tell you, even teams like Vasco, ourselves, we complain even when games that we had won because the officiating wasn't up to standard and those kind of things. And the fact that we had the same refereeing team for 3 home games in a row.
Yeah.
You know, it's supposed to be rotating.
But those are issues you addressed with the HOD.
Which we did address with the HOD. But I think the main issue is, Shamiel, that is still going even after the meeting.
Yeah.
And I think the teams, you know, the teams have a responsibility to protect the referees. So the home teams have a responsibility to protect the referees at all time. But what we are seeing is the fact that if it's continuing, Shamiel, the fact is that the supporters get more upset. The players get more upset. And we don't want it to get to the point where something happens on the field of play that is regretful. And we never ever tolerate anything, any violence on a football field or anything. But we're actually getting to the point now, Shamiel, where the teams need to stand up, in my opinion. The teams need to realize that, you know, at the end of the day, we need to take control, because if something happens on the field of play, that club could get suspended.
So,
that club's going to get a big
what does
fine.
that mean? You say stand up and take control. What does that mean?
I think the team should either have another meeting with the HOD and actually specify that, or do what the HOD says. Write letters. Once you've written a letter, you know, complaining, or even writing a letter saying the referee did well, give the feedback. We can't just all sit on social media and complain about the referees and all of that, Shamiel, when we're not actually being proactive about it.
Yeah, because I want to bring up from the other side, because now, firstly, we're not here to bash the referee.
No, not at all.
It's not a referee bashing session. Because I think also, if somebody is being abused, or for whatever mistake he's making, there is actually no tolerance for that. That shouldn't happen.
Not at all.
So you can have the careless ref, whatever, you as responsible, especially if you're playing in a league like this, there should be some sort of accountability and responsibility, saying, you know what, it's not going our way, we need to change or whatever, but you can't go and take the law into your own hands.
No, not at all.
We need to make sure that is
100%.
because the game needs to go on, and we know also that league, some agree with it and some doesn't agree with it, that a lot of the referees are being sort of developed.
Yes.
Sort of a younger referee.
That is the main.
So at the end of the day, the beginning is always going to be the pain, because that's when you're paying your school fees. Yes, it's at a cost, which is not right, but the situation is like that. And I think, like you say, you guys as third division teams need to write the letters, make the complaints known, so that people are aware of it, and finally and hopefully take action.
Yeah.
Where it can be amicable to
100%. And you don't want a ref to walk off a field being abused.
And I hear a
young referee, you know, making him disillusioned about refereeing.
Yeah.
Because worried about his safety on the field of play. Those are kind of things we shouldn't condone. I'm not condoning anything that happened. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, we as third division teams have a responsibility to report back, man, positively and negatively. So what I'm saying is, if you had a ref that refed your game well, send a letter in. Say, you know, this guy refed it well. If there was something wrong, people, like I said, people are always saying it's the ones teams that lose. It's not just the teams that lose, Shamiel. And I think that's the point. If we are developing referees in our league, which we were told we are, then we as third division teams must either accept it, number one, or get the part of the plan and buy into the plan. Because at the moment, like I said, it's costing owners of the clubs the same amount as it costs an ABC owner,
to pay the ref.
and the ABC owner is getting a ref that's fully qualified, experience, and all of that. And just a lot of the clubs, it's not fair. And I think the only way to do that, like I said, is write the letters. I'm just talking for myself here. We are going to write letters in Vasco, positive or negative. We actually had a very good referee, Matthew, refed our game from Cape District against Wanderers, and I actually thought he did a very, very good game. And we haven't done a letter. We should have done a letter. So so I'm just saying we got to do positives and negatives, and we also need to understand referees are like players, man.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for you to finish.
They make mistakes. Human errors. They also cannot expect the referee to be at the same standard. If you set a high standard one game, the next game he falters. Players do that, and we don't want that, Shamiel. So let's. I'm sure we'll discuss referees in the future, but now let's focus on the results.
Look, I suppose we can say a lot about referees. Refereeing, it's always the what do you call it, like a pricky thing on the whatever. But for referees out there, I think if you guys obviously you enjoy what you're doing, it's a passion, go out and carry on doing it. You're always going to get people that try to knock you down and so on, and you go, same like a player, same like a coach, managers. There's plenty of managers and coaches who feel the same way.
And listen, we appreciate the referees sacrificing their time.
The game can't take place without a referee.
100%. So people shouldn't look at that. We're bashing, and we're definitely not. At the end of the day, we want what's best for everybody.
We're just trying to for football. Suppose we are now highlighting what everybody's talking about, what's going on there, and also we're highlighting the things that plays a crucial part of the game. So, like on Saturday, a game had to be stopped, and the person, a human being, felt too threatened to actually carry on to do what he enjoys doing.
100%.
So it's as simple as that. And I always, when we talk about referees, I point everybody to our interview we had with Jerome on our YouTube channel. Go check it out. It's like in 3 parts. We spoke to Jerome for probably about an hour about refereeing, and just go and find out, if you don't know, what a referee actually does to get his qualifications, his training, and so on. If you didn't know, go and have a look there. And to the refs, and there's a lot of young refs coming through.
A lot.
All the best of luck, and to the clubs out there, guys. I stand from a point of not belonging to anybody or whatever. All I can say is, let's just try to be patient. We want the game to continue. We want to enjoy this game that we love, and at the end of the day, it's just a game. Okay, so that was very long.
Very long. Sorry about that. We'll carry on.
Okay, so today's show is going to be extra long. Right. Matroosfontein and Crystal Palace, 1-1 draw. I thought that was a good draw for Matroosfontein.
I thought so too. I think the experience of Palace, I thought they'd get something there. But listen, a draw's a fair result for both teams. I think both teams will be happy with that, Shamiel.
Cool. Wanderers and Saxon Rovers. Wanderers 3-1 win against Saxon.
Listen, we played Wanderers the previous week. I said on the show last week, very decent team. I still thought Saxons at home would get the result, but well done to Wanderers.
Yeah, definitely. And then the last one there, Giles Wani and Goal 50 Unite. Goal 50 Unite winning away from home also.
I think Goal 50 won 4 or 5 in a row now, Sean. I think it's 4 in a row. They're on a run. They're now in the top 4. A team to watch. Especially at home in Heidelberg. And then we got the Hout Bay versus Jomo's game, Shamiel, in Atlantis. That game was called off early in the second half. Due to some violence. So we're waiting on a DC hearing and everything. So
and that
obviously can't talk about
the ref.
No, nothing to do with the referee. just putting it out there. Cool.
So when we hear more about that, we'll let you guys know. We're gonna jump to the log before we go into our double-header weekend.
Big weekend.
So top of the log, Cape Town City, 27 points, and they're there because they've got a massive goal difference of 15, which is good. And also because the team in second place can't score goals because they have a difference of 9, which is Vasco. Vasco 13 games, 27 points. The only unbeaten side, mind you, in the league at the moment.
Every week we say that. I'm a bit worried.
It's going to come.
No, the knockers to come somewhere along the line.
Crystal Palace in third with 24 points. They would have looked better if they got a win there. Goal 50 now in the top 5.
That's what I said. They're climbing.
Very good.
They're climbing.
Saxon, on 5th spot, and then Matruh is close there on 6th. So looking at the bottom of the log, like we normally just touch on. So we got Ocean View there with 4 points now, but still a lot of work to do. FC Houtbay with 10, and then Greenwood finding themselves in the bottom 4.
And then Woodlands are fourth bottom on 13 points. So like I said, they'll be dragged down there, Shamiel. You know, they need to get some points.
Yeah. Then, finally, we look at the fixtures coming up for this week.
Double
We're going to do
header.
all of them.
Double header, Shamiel. Let's touch on them.
Okay, quickly. Vasco in Premier. Why is your game always the first one? Because you play on a Friday night.
Yeah.
That's why. So, Vasco and Premier.
Tough. Premier on a run.
Yeah,
They beat Woodlands 5-0. They actually won they won their last 3 games, even though they lost the 2 games in
now
the
the
boardroom.
Premier side's got
quite a number
of players that you've coached last season.
Yes, quite a
What's
number.
going to be? Guys going to come slut coach Andrew?
Yeah, I think every team that wants to play Vasco now wants to slut coach Andrew, to be honest. Listen, I think I can honestly say I think it's our toughest home game so far.
Okay.
We got to play, and we're preparing well, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night. Yeah.
7:30 at Perro Park. What's the entrance fee there?
It's 10 rand, but you can win a 300 rand pick and pay voucher, and there's lucky draw.
Really?
Yeah. We have it every home game.
Okay.
There's a 300 rand pick and pay voucher for the lucky draw, and the irony of it is a lot of the winners have been the away teams that have won, away team supporters that have won.
So
it shows you. Yeah, it shows you.
Then Crystal Palace and JL Zwane.
Oh, Palace home. I think Palace home will win.
No, but JL Zwane need to come back.
Yeah, then a tough
Coach
team.
Zulu, got to do something there. Goal 50 Unite versus Camps Bay.
Goal 50. Home,
Heideveld, judging on current form. Spurs and Spurs.
Spurs Derby.
Yep.
Silver Spurs at home to Seaside Spurs.
Yep.
Decent team. Seaside played them last week. Like I said, Silver Spurs at home. Their conditions suit them.
Yeah.
Their striker, Rushan, is is way ahead in the goal scoring ranks. I think he scored more than 50% of their goals this season. Yeah. Tough to beat. I might go with Silver Spurs, but I think it's going to come to the experience of Seaside against the youth of Silver Spurs.
Okay. FC Houtbay playing up against Greenwood. That's 1 o'clock kickoff there at IY Field.
Ooh, tough one. Tough one to call. They both need points. Second bottom versus third bottom, Shamiel.
Yeah.
How bad home.
Yeah. And then they're obviously playing at 1 o'clock because of the 4 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah, the FC the Houtbay versus Cape Town Spurs BBC game. Yeah.
Then Wanderers and Ocean View, judging on current forms, got to be Wanderers.
I think Wanderers all the way at home in Langa.
Yeah. Woodlands and Matroosfontein.
Woodlands in trouble.
Yep.
They need points.
They need to get a win.
Matroos need to stay on the coattails of the leaders.
Yeah.
I think I might go with Woodlands. No, sorry, I'll go with Matroos.
Yeah. Trinities and Saxon.
Saxons had a bit of a fault at home last week. Trinities at home is always tough at
I think
if Trinity's got the support and the players arrive, when I say arrive, they arrive.
Mentally.
I think it's going to be a tough one for Saxons. Might be a draw.
Right, Camps Bay and FC Houtbay.
That is Sunday. It's going to be that second. That's a double header starts, a double header fixtures. Sure, the Bay Derby. I think Camps Bay at home. Tough team.
You think Camps Bay at home?
Yeah, I think with their field, Camps Bay at home.
Matroos and Vasco.
That game has been moved to Tuesday night, Shamiel. At Vasco da Gama. So it's moved. So it's our home game. We've
actually have it there.
Okay. So it's Tuesday night, 7:30. Another tough one for us.
Yeah.
Matroosfontein in form. The youngsters are doing very, very well.
Yeah.
We obviously at home we need to pick up points. And I think both teams are going to be fighting for that. I think it'll be a nice game. I think if you want to be somewhere on Tuesday night, maybe it's a place to be.
Yeah. And that's going to be at
Vasco Park.
Then Premier United and Silver Spurs. That's still on Sunday.
Whoever picks up 3 points on Friday, want to make it 6. So it's going to be a tough one.
Well, it's again that sort of double header weekend that we had a couple of weeks ago. So let's see how this one pans out. Jomos and Wanderers. That's going to be a tough game.
Sunday, Jomos, Wanderers. Jomos. I think Jomos will win that one. Okay. I just have a feeling at home. Tough.
Okay.
But now I think we get to the game of the weekend.
Goal 50 against Crystal Palace.
Yes. Third versus fourth.
Yeah.
Goal 50, sure. At home, sure, they're on a run.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace, tough team. Experienced players, well coached. Coach Uni, Coach Bradley August, doing an excellent job with Palace. Sure.
I think I suppose the everything just hypes up if things don't go their way.
Yeah.
The match before that, the Friday and so on.
Yeah, I think, too tough to call.
Greenwood and Cape Town City.
Oh, Greenwood have a tough one, Shama. They need points. That's also Tuesday night.
Yeah.
They need points badly. Cape Town City, it's AstroTurf.
Suits them.
So, I don't know.
Also, Yeah.
City will win.
As yeah, also with the City boys, they train like every day. So it's like for them, it's like just another. They're in the routine all the
Yeah.
time. That's the advantage.
I think Cape Town City.
Yeah. Ocean View and Trini's in
Whoa, Shamiel.
quite a few matches playing on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah.
Tony's got a long way to drive. Ocean View, I think just there's something about them that maybe they're coming right. I think, and at home, I think they're going to be where they're going to pick up points.
Yeah. Saxon Rovers Seaside. We're actually going through all the games now.
Yeah, no, that's the last game. Saxon Seaside, tough one. I think Seaside got to travel. They've got 2 tough away games this weekend. Silver Spurs away the Friday, Saxon's the Tuesday night. I think Saxon's at home might just put that one. I think Seaside train on AstroTurf. They're now going to go to a field. Saxon's field is quite heavy. It's quite a thick field. It's like our home ground, very thick and heavy. Saxons. Saxons.
Don't worry, there's nothing on it.
I know, but I just like to get it right.
Because you always get it wrong. Well, we always get it wrong.
Yeah, so old Kluti will be very happy with me if I say Saxons. So let's go Saxons.
Yeah, let's go Saxon then.
I'll get it wrong.
Just to make Earl happy.
I'll get it wrong.
Okay, so and what you guys noticed, wondering why is the games on Tuesday and whatever, then well, the third division guys have gotten smart, double headers. They no longer play on a Friday or Sunday, Saturday and Sunday. Obviously, there's more recovery period.
Yeah.
They play the Tuesday, and those that can, obviously, with the facility available.
With lights, yeah.
Yeah, with lights can.
And HCOM, we have to take HCOM into account. So even with our game against Matrush, we checked beforehand to see even if it's stage 6 or whatever that the game will still go ahead.
Don't talk like that. You talk the stage in existence.
I know.
Okay. Guys, I think we probably on almost half an hour for the show.
Yeah, thank you for staying.
If you're still here, well done.
Big ups, comment.
You deserve it. Follower of the fourth moment.
Yeah.
Guys, sorry, we got nothing to give you at the moment. All we can ask you is to keep following us.
Yeah.
We're going to say big up thanks to Vecchio.
Yeah.
For obviously expensive apparel, but do we have tournaments coming up? I've got a feeling.
We don't forget on the weekend we also have the final round of the Bale playoffs.
Yeah,
it's going to be big. There's 6 groups of 4 teams. The top 2 in each group goes through to get the 12 teams that end up in the Bale.
Yeah.
If you're still with us and you're waiting for the Bale, I think go on to our Facebook page.
Yeah,
we'll
try to put it there. Yeah.
We'll try and put it there. There's a lot of fixtures. We didn't want to obviously have the time to go through all the fixtures. But yeah, Saturday's morning, it's from 9 till about 12:30, 1 o'clock is the fixtures. And then Sunday all day at William Herbert. So go out there, go support the boys. Everybody's dream is to play in the Bale. So let's see what happens this weekend.
Yeah, and then we've also got a tournament coming up. I think it's next week. But I think maybe next week, next weekend we highlight all the tournaments.
100%.
We can chat about that. Yeah, as you were saying, big up thanks to Vecchio and then also obviously GSM Roofing for helping us getting the content out. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, cheers.